another product. What are our beliefs, behaviors, and values? What do we believe in? What values do we have? And how do we behave? Thomas Jefferson said, the tree of liberty is fertilized with the blood of the patriot. That's about belief. That's about conviction. That's about courage. He wasn't advocating putting blood on any tree, by the way. Don't ever say I said that, because that's not what he was talking about. What do we believe? What are we going to do? And how are we going to operate? And how are we going to function? What are the institutions that we need to be successful? I spend a lot of time in my life traveling around the world, and I really embrace other cultures because they got good food, they dance well, they know how to party, their priorities are different, they're interesting. It's like going into a cave and never knowing what's around the corner. One. Up until 10 years ago, only 23% of the members of the House of Representatives had passports. What the hell's that all about? What's that all about? My opinion. The free enterprise system that we have, our commercial system, where people can own their own businesses and operate, is very, very important to liberty and freedom. Does anybody know what the First Amendment of the Constitution was?
That's a problem.
Does anybody? What is it? First Amendment of the Constitution. First Amendment rights.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech. Absolutely. What's the Second Amendment?
Right to bear
What's the Third Amendment?
right together.
Nobody knows.
No.
Okay, you're a teacher? If you are, shut up. Don't make me look bad.
I remember those things, so that was the first and second, I think. Third
Yes,
and fifth.
I'll take the Third Amendment. And I'm going to tell you why these three
The right
first
to
three
bear.
amendments.
Right to bear arms?
No, that's two.
That's two.
Under no circumstances of peace or war can the military, with permission or without permission, occupy a private residence.
Ah.
Now, why do you think those three amendments came into being? They were the first three amendments we did. The New England states, before they were states, suffered the brutality of the British soldiers. Now, the British soldiers that were sent here to our land were mostly thugs, bums, and thieves that they wanted out of the regular British brigades. They raped, they pillaged, they stole, they gambled, they drank, they were bad cats. So a number of citizens in a number of communities in New England picked up their musket rifles and went out and killed a bunch of British soldiers. Said enough is enough. The British went crazy and came in, took all their guns, killed all the men, got rid of all the printing presses, and occupied the homes of the men they shot and killed. And when we created the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights and got this country up and running, those states collectively said, we are not going to sign this thing unless we have freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, and you can't come in our house and live without our permission, even with our permission. Because there were people who were traitors. The free enterprise system says this. You hungry? Yeah, I got a fish for you. I see him tomorrow, and I said, let's go fishing. I'm going to teach you how to fish. Can I bring an extra fishing pole? I got some bait, and we go fishing. You catch your own fish. I catch my own fish. We're both happy. The next day I come and you say, hey, I need a fish. You get nothing from me. We have got a society that believes in helping those that can't help themselves. We have a society that believes in helping those that won't help themselves, but we try to teach them how to help themselves. And we have a society that says, if I don't take care of me, I can't take care of you. You can't have charity without profit. We've got the largest bucket of charitable giving in the world. You've got to have a free enterprise system to do that. The private sector has to be healthy. If Lombard is to be as successful as they can possibly be as a community, you have to have businesses that are thriving. You have to buy your insurance for people that live in a community. You got to go to the local grocery stores. You got to buy your cars locally. You need to have businesses that are thriving. Not just new ones coming. Everybody says, we got to get new business. We got to get, what the hell's wrong with taking care of the business you got? I'll give you a parallel. I'm on the board of directors of Snap-on Tools. We had this guy working for us that was brilliant. He was a metallurgist. Material sciences was his specialty. He was getting paid about $250,000 a year. He got a job offer to go to another company for $3. He walked into his boss and said, boss, I got this, I'm going to stay here because I like this place. I don't want to move. I want to stay, but I can't turn my back on this. Because he's a named officer, comes to the comp committee, I'm the chairman of the comp committee, I say, hey, this is not a problem, give him 50 grand. Don't put it in your salary, put it in a bonus. And call it a retention bonus and give him stock, give him restricted stock, give him options or something. Match the offer. Oh, I can't do that, can't do that. We don't want to get into an auction. Okay, fire him. Guess what? Had to hire a recruiter, $50,000. Took us 6 months and lost productivity. We lost all the travel knowledge, and the guy we hired, we had to pay $350,000. Out of pocket, $150 grand plus the disruption for 6 months in the job. What are we thinking?